His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan and Her Majesty Queen Rania Al Abdullah arrived this afternoon on a two-day official visit to the Sultanate of Oman. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq led the welcoming party of His Majesty the King of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan at the foot of the ramp upon his arrival at the Royal Airport. Along with His Majesty the Sultan, His Majesty the King was also received by His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for Defence Affairs, His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of the Royal Court, His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, Head of the Mission of Honor, Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed Al Shaybaniya, Minister of Education, Minister accompanying Her Majesty the Queen, His Excellency Ambassador Sheikh Hilal bin Marhoon Al Ma'mari, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman accredited to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, His Excellency Amjad Al Qahawi, Ambassador of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan to the Sultanate of Oman, and members of the honorary mission. After that, His Majesty the Sultan and His Majesty the King went to the hall, passing between two columns of the Guard of Honor from the Royal Guard of Oman, where Her Highness's Honorable Lady Spouse of His Majesty the Sultan welcomed their Majesties the King, the Queen, and the Crown Prince of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. After that, the motorcade of His Majesty the Sultan and the King of Jordan left the Royal Airport, heading to Al Alam Palace for the official reception ceremony. Upon the arrival of the motorcade to the outer courtyard of Al Alam Palace, a group of horsemen lined up on both sides of the road leading to the palace gate to welcome His Majesty the guest. As soon as the motorcade of the two leaders arrived in the inner courtyard of the Al Alam Palace, the music of the Royal Guard of Oman was played and the trumpets was blown. Then His Majesty the Sultan accompanied His Majesty the King to the podium where the Jordanian royal anthem was played, while artillery fired 21 rounds of salute to His Majesty the guest. After that, His Majesty the Sultan shook hands with members of the official delegation accompanying His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein, King of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, welcoming them and wishing them a pleasant stay, while the guest king shook hands with his recipients from the Omani side. His Majesty the King was also received by a number of Their Highnesses, Chairman of the State and Shura Councils, Their Excellencies Ministers and Commanders of the Sultan's Armed Forces and the Royal Oman Police. After that, His Majesty the Sultan and His Majesty the Guest went to the Majlis for coffee. During the visit, the King of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan is accompanied by an official delegation that includes His Royal Highness Prince Al-Hussein bin Abdullah II, Crown Prince of Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, His Excellency Dr. Bishr Al-Khawasni, Prime Minister of Jordan, His Excellency Ayman Al-Safadi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates, His Excellency Ja'far Hassan, Director of the Office of His Majesty the King, His Excellency Amjad Al-Qahawi, Ambassador of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan to the Sultanate of Oman, and a number of senior officials.